told her that Sariba is coming to Birmingham and she's not going back. And even before that, I tried calling her number because I'm used to calling them every day because we were not staying together. They were staying at the Olympic Village at Stratford, and we journalists are not allowed in there. So I have to stay in the other side of East London. That was Upton Park, a stone throw from West Ham United Stadium. But every day I try to call all of them to see how they are doing. And then I was calling here, I couldn't get her phone. I also got this call from Farai Mungazi that she wanted to have an interview with her. She, that he was at the Athlete Village, at the Olympic Village Plaza. Okay. But she could not trace her. And unfortunately, when I know what was happening, but then it was not clear to me. I have to inform Farai that I was out of town, that I was in Birmingham. So that was how I started getting information that she has decided to leave the camp. Okay. It was only Swabu whom she told that she was going to Coventry, and then I heard she was even in Birmingham. Other than that, she left the camp unannounced, and up till today, we haven't heard anything from her. So what what do we have to say? Well, it's true. She has every right, like myself and any other person who went for the Olympics. We all have rights to stay in London.
So long as your visa.
Yeah, it is valid until the 8th of November. Okay. So well, maybe she might decide to come back. But then, if you would ask me, my conclusion is that Sariba has decided to abscond, and if she has absconded, well, that is bye-bye to her athletics career.
MS, this is something nothing new. Although, as I said, we cannot draw any conclusive statements until that moment arrives. In fact, time heals every wound, and as a matter of fact, that moment will come. We got to know whether she'll be there or not. But Africa is a victim of such cases. We've seen Cameroon, about 8 of their participants failed to return home. And in the Gambia, Jesuma said is one classic example, who is now applying, for Norway. Yeah, do we see a replica of such happening with Sarua?
Yeah, okay, just to clarify on Jesuma, he did not abscond.
Exactly.
Okay. You understand? He just decided to
switch his allegiance to Norway.
Okay. Reasons better is known to him. Okay. But with Sariba, I must concur with Babukar. Whatever. Okay. Whatever, call it premature, call it what, but she is going to be classified as somebody who absconded. Okay. Because her story is similar to the others that has been reported in CNN, in CFI, the Cameroonians, the Guineans, the Congolese. They all left their camps unannounced. You understand? And they have been reported as absconded. Okay. So, whether Sariba comes back or not, she should have informed the delegation, the head of the team, that this is what she is up to. Okay. You understand? But, you went with a delegation. At the end of the day, you just decided to disappear. Whatever. There's nothing like, making it nice or so on. She has absconded she has absconded.
That's the fact, the hard fact.
Yeah, that's the hard fact.
Okay. And, we were there with Peter. Peter is not back. It's not yet back in town. Okay. He has decided to extend his stay. Okay. And if she has decided to extend her stay, she could have said it. Yeah, she could have come and say, hey, look, guys, you know what? I want to continue on a holiday. Yeah, holiday. Okay. Yeah. But you went unannounced. And you switch off your phone.
That is raising eyebrows.
Obviously, for me.
And like you said, this has now been happening in Gambian sports, especially athletics. And I think it is high time, authorities look
and put in place
measures. Look into the causes of why athletes are absconding and try to arrest the situation.
But can they, do they have an excuse, like the Cameroonian case? A friend of the guy, one of the key weightlifters, says, the conditions back home are not favorable to the athletes here. Can that be termed as an excuse? Well, is that justifiable?
Yeah, indeed, it can be, because looking at our infrastructures, especially athletics. Okay. To be honest with you, they are not in the best of conditions. Okay. We have Independence Stadium. Okay. For example, I'm giving you an example. Independence is the only country's only athletics facility, and the tracks there are in a deplorable condition. Okay. You understand? So maybe people like Sariba can lean on that and say that, okay, well, I don't have the good facilities to train. But that is not a genuine excuse, especially for Sariba. You could remember me and you, and the entire country has been singing her praises. Okay. You understand? And who knows? With the performance he showed in London, honestly, no matter what the case may, I know the Gambia Athletic Association, the GNOC, and even the Minister of Health will try to at least provide her with a scholarship. Okay. You understand? Or try to provide her, send her to somewhere where she can train better. Okay. I don't think absconding here.
There's no excuse.
Yeah, there is no excuse.
You see, you got it spot on. Sariba, I must say, had a US scholarship, 90% scholarship of going to US. Okay. And she is aware of this. But I think this was something that she planned while she was in the Gambia here. Okay. She planned it while she was in the Gambia here. And look at it. You see, she's going to, if she decides to stay in the UK after the 8th of November, she will remain there as an illegal immigrant. And there, she cannot practice sports. Okay. You see.
So that puts her career.
You see, when I was going, I said to myself, look, I have nothing to justify to anybody. I have nothing to prove anybody wrong or right. I know what is best for me. And what is best for me is to go and cover the Olympics. And because I went there because of trust. Okay. I went there because of trust and confidence. So I would not be the one to betray that trust and confidence.
Institution and the model.
Exactly. Okay. And that would have raised a lot of unanswered questions. Yeah. I have every opportunity to stay if I want to. But I said no. I went there because of trust and confidence. Why wouldn't I come back and serve my country? Yeah, honestly. It's better.
Famara, this brings down to the issue of education. Okay. You understand? Our athletes, our sportsmen and women, sports boys and girls need to be educated.
National consciousness.
It's very important. It's not only, there was a time when, sports was meant for the dropouts. It's no more the case. You understand? We have our athletes, even our footballers, who end up messing up with themselves, with contracts, with all those things because of their lack of education. Okay. You understand? And these are some areas. This is the this is one area which can be attributed to education. You understand? Because this might be somebody, people might tell her that hamga so dearly swati hamga yako tei lo ambe yako such things. Okay. You understand? But once you are conscious of what you are doing, once you have that education, you're conscious of what you are doing. It will not be easy for people to
confuse your mind.
Confuse your mind, especially with what Babgat is revealing, that he has 90% assurance of getting a scholarship to the university
to the US.
You understand? So honestly, even whereas he decided to come back, but it will not go down well with the Gambia Athletic Association and even the GNOC and even the ministry what she did. Because if it is I didn't hear it on BBC, I didn't hear like the Cameroonians and all that. But if it is noticed, they will report it on BBC, they will report it on CNN that Gambian athletes absconded,
and it becomes a scandal.
Yeah, it becomes a scandal.
Okay. Another thing, Bob, that is not very related to the Saruba case, but it has also been rumbling on in the country here. In fact, you the very whistleblower of the infamous Alu Dabo scandal, that is his purported transfer to the EPL side Wigan. What happened? The case was very interesting. It kept a lot of people glued to their radios trying to follow what's happening, and Babukar Kamara was the one at the center of the story in disclosing to the nation and our people.
You see, while I was in London, I was monitoring some of the radio programs back home, via the internet. Okay. You see, I must admit that when I was blowing the whistle, I knew that it was going to make headlines. Okay. But I never realized that people will still be talking about it after 2 weeks. Okay.
This issue has passed, but because you're the very one who made things clear, is considered a prudent tool.
You see, I had my doubts. Okay. I had my doubts over this deal. Okay. And then, I know, MS know that journalism is all about contacts. Okay. I was tipped that what the boy is claiming is not true. But then you have to get your facts right before going to press. Okay. And when I knew that I was going to the UK, I said, well, that's the perfect opportunity for me to find out whether what he is claiming is true or not. Okay. And when I went there, I tried to look for the contact of the media officer, Ed Jones. He's the media officer and also the head of player license at Wigan Athletic Football Club. And when I contacted him, he denied it instantly. And I can still remember what he replied me. It says there is no truth in whatsoever that the boy is claiming, and that he must have a fertile imagination. Okay. Why I did it is I have nothing against the boy, but then I believe that the public deserve to know the truth. Okay. Because I must say, the entire government population was sympathizing with this boy when he was dropped from the senior squad. Okay. Everybody was sympathizing with him because everybody was with the belief that he signed for Wigan Athletics. Okay.
When he has something to offer.
You see, when he knew But I've said it here before, that Aliou Dabo has not been playing for 1 year.
Okay.
I mean, looked at it. Okay, he's been released by a second division club in France for failing to live up to expectation.
Okay.